welcome. Randy Buehler here with Seth Manfield. Welcome, Seth.
Hi, Randy.
Seth is #2 ranked player in the world right now. He's the reigning world champion and 7-1 overnight. Owen Turtenwald had, he's having his worst Pro Tour in a while, which for him means he'll probably still finish in the money, but it's already out of top 8 contention.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to make a run at passing him for player of the year. You're the guy in the best spot. And 1-1 so far today. So is that something you think about at 8-2 about leapfrogging Owen and getting that player of the year spot?
I mean, Owen's having a killer year. So I think in a normal year like last year, I would be maybe on top or right there. I'm not thinking about it too much, but I'm just trying to have a good tournament, honestly, and then I'll see what happens from there. If I've closed the gap, then maybe I'll go to a couple more Grand Prix or something. But
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about this draft. You sit down at this insanely stacked pod, right? Somehow neither you or Finkel gets watched, right? Because we've got Luis and Brad at 8-0. What are you thinking when you open up this first pack?
So this first pack, I haven't played with Startled Awake that much, so I wasn't that sure how good it was.
Okay, that's your rare.
But we kind of went through all the mythics and rares, and we kind of had that as pretty high on our list as far as cards. But to me, the two best cards in this pack are blue in the Illuminator and the Starfield, and there's not really much else in the pack. There's a Duelist that I could maybe take, but I was kind of thinking I would take one of the blue cards, and it's a mythic. I wanted to try it, so
I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Why not? Day 2 of the Pro Tour. Let's try Startled Awake. Okay. Now, did that color the way you were expecting when you look at this pack? Now, are you thinking I want a Startled Awake deck, or I'm in blue, or what are you thinking?
I just knew it was going to take some work to make the Startled Awake where I want it to be. I knew I wanted it to be more of a controlling deck, and that could just be my win condition, mill 13, okay, the game's over, sort of thing.
Sure.
So that being said, I would still be willing to abandon it if I needed to.
Sure. So what are you looking at in this pack?
So I think clearly the best card in the pack is a Curse Witch. There's not really anything else particularly close, so took it.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Let's see pack 3.
Pack 3 was kind of a tough pack for me. I was looking at the black cards. Because I was thinking maybe I want to be more controlling, and I already had the Curse Witch.
Okay.
Angelic Purge is probably the best card in the pack, but I figured since I'm looking to be maybe a more controlling deck, maybe I could just take the Rancid Rats, even though it's worse than the Bloodsworn from a power level standpoint. But
fair enough.
Yeah.
Now what happens in pack 4?
So
Let's see. Blue cards, there's a Vessel of Paramnesia. Black cards, there's some playables, I guess, but not really what you're looking for.
The Twins is okay, but it wasn't really exciting me. So at this point, I was like, okay, this is where things are about to go south for me. But,
is that right?
But I saw Angelic Purge again. I'd already shipped one, so I was like, I don't know if I want to take that. So I ended up taking the Sage, which is pretty good. I mean, it's a 5-mana rare, so.
Now, is you still happy with this pick? You say things go south in this pack.
I mean, I wasn't happy to be going into a third color this early in the draft, but it's a good card, so I was just going with it.
All right, fair enough. Now what?
So I had a green card, a couple black cards. I still wasn't really thinking about, I didn't really want to abandon the Starfield, so I ended up kind of waffling between the Briarbridge Patrol and the Stitch Mangler. I think they're pretty close at this point in the draft.
Okay.
And I ended up taking the Stitch Mangler.
Got it.
Just as a three mana blue card.
So still trying to be defensive in blue and make that Startled Awake work.
Yeah, and it's just one of the best blue commons, so it's kind of, I took it as a signal maybe blue
so
is
pick
open.
5, best blue common.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now what?
Well, this pack is pretty much a brick for me. I mean...
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, there's not really...
You're in 3 colors and there's still no cards.
Yeah. So I wasn't happy to see this pack at all. The Vessel is probably the best best card in the pack. I took Aim High because it's playable, and maybe a green deck that I put together.
Did you end up playing it?
No, it was just in my sideboard, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Pick 7.
Pick 7. I took the Farbog Revenant. It's kind of a filler creature. I thought it would be better than it is. It's a 3-mana 1/3 that sometimes you can get the lifelink bonus off of it.
Sure.
But I was kind of unhappy to see all these probably white cards that I should have been taking. Maybe if I had taken that first Angelic Purge.
So way back in pack 3, if you were Psychic, or if you had it to do over again,
yeah,
you're like, all right, Angelic Purge into the white deck.
Yeah. And then I took Woodland Stream. I was actually pretty happy to see that because I didn't even know if I was 2 colors or maybe
3 colors.
3. Yeah, so.
Okay. So that's all the packs. Now here's what you wound up. I don't know if anything else came around late. I know you got a Fleeting Memories late that came around. Is that something you were thinking about? You've got the Startled Awake to deck them. Is Fleeting Memories a consideration?
Yeah, I was thinking about the Fleeting Memories. You need more in your deck than just mill cards, though. You need a lot of supplemental cards to be able to hold the ground early. But
sure.
Yeah, if I got more clue stuff, I was definitely interested in the.
And then watching the web seems like it might make the cut.
Yeah, I was actually happy about that pretty late.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now here's pack 2. Tell me a story.
All right, pack 2. Once again, it's a weak pack. I mean, like, I believe I took this Stitch Mangler because it's probably the best card in the pack, honestly. But
Indeed.
It was just a bad pack overall. So.
Okay. So good, solid defensive creature in blue.
Yeah. And then at this point I was like, okay. I mean, something like all the best cards were not in my 3 colors at this point. So I would have taken a blue card, a green card, or a black card, and all of a sudden I'm seeing Griffspoon. I'm
Breakneck Rider, Duelist.
Yeah. So I was feeling like was not a great situation for me. I kind of just stuck to my guns and took the Vessel, the green Vessel, but
pick 3.
Pick 3, I was unhappy once again. I saw Devil's Playground, and I was like, okay, this is still in the pack. I'm just going to take it. I don't know what's going on. There's literally 0 cards for my 3 colors once again.
Sure.
So I just took the best card, and I was like very frustrated.
Okay.
And then I saw Uvomal Hydra. It's not a bomb, but it's quite good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's just a big reach card, so yeah.
Now you're definitely green. Is this the point where you're like, okay, I'm not giving up on the green cards?
I'm in green, yes. And here I saw the Foul Orchard, which I was kind of unsure, so I figured I might even need to splash the 3rd color just to have 23 playables at this point,
right.
Because there's some packs that just didn't have anything for me.
And so you're giving up on like a Hinterland. Oh, that's over a Murderous Compulsion?
Yeah, I gave up on the Murderous Compulsion and the Hinterland Logger. I was really waffling between the Compulsion and the Foul Orchard, but yeah. I
figured you might have to be 3 colors, so let's make sure you can cast your spells.
Yeah, and then I was kind of rewarded. Yeah.
Wow, there's another one.
Yeah, I was kind of rewarded I was happy to see this Murderous Compulsion, knowing that I passed the other one for the Foul Orchard.
And you'd rather have Foul Orchard to 1 compulsion rather than 2 compulsions?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And so, yeah, I took the Gone Missing here. And so I was kind of like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be some combination of Sultai, maybe a little less blue or something like that, but it seemed like that was the way the direction was draft was going, so. And
what is Rabid Bite doing in this pack 8th?
Yeah, I mean, clearly there was something in green where I was getting randomly these green cards really late. I wasn't getting them early in the draft. I was getting them late, which was kind of weird. It just felt like I wasn't opening well, but I was maybe in the right
it does seem
colors.
Like you're in the right. You're right to be in green, given the late picks. So
I took
we can look at the rest of pack 2. Oh, right, I had pack 9 here.
And then Watcher of the Web is another good, solid card for a defensive deck.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's pack 2.
Yep.
At this point in the draft, do you feel like you have a deck, or is this a train wreck? Is this, well, you know what, I can get a couple of wins with this. What are you thinking?
I was thinking it was kind of a train wreck, to be honest with you, but I was just trying to cobble something together and just play as many powerful cards as I saw in the draft.
Okay.
And to try to get something together.
Make sure you get 1 win anyway, and hopefully 2.
Yeah, and I won my first round, got Mana Screw my second, but I think the deck ended up okay.
All right, let's look a little bit at pack 3. See what some of those highlights were.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Sorin at this point, and I was like, oh my gosh. If I had opened that in the second pack, I would have.
Yeah, all the white cards from pack 1. Your deck could have been insane.
Yeah, and I was thinking, okay.
You should work on being psychic.
Yeah.
It's a very good skill.
I was thinking, okay, first of all, in my colors, there's not anything amazing. There's like a Throttle and some random sort of bears. But I was thinking, okay, there's a small chance I can get some mana fixing to play the sword, even in this pack. It would be...
Sure, you're green, so that makes sense.
But at the same time, I don't want to play against Soren either, so I was just like, I'll take it.
All right, let's keep going. Pick 2.
Pick 2 was tough.
Yeah, Pack Guardian, right?
Yeah, I had Pack Guardian and I had the Briarbridge Patrol, and I was thinking about...
Wow.
Yeah, I was thinking about my mana base, and I was...
Oh, you didn't want the double green. That's a very interesting pick.
Yeah, I still am not sure if that was right or not, but...
Interesting.
I took the Patrol.
All right, well, let's keep going.
And then here, I took Ever After.
Fair enough.
Which I think is a pretty powerful card, and I already had 2 Stitch Manglers, so...
Fair. Pick 4.
Sleep Paralysis, I was a little light on removal, so I was pretty happy to get that. And just kind of shore up my deck, even though it was looking to be 3 colors. And
another Woodland Stream?
just immediately, I would take that over anything.
Snap Woodland Stream.
Yeah, Snap
All right,
Woodland Stream.
we can see the rest what you got. It wound up being just solidly 3 colors, but with enough dual lands that you can hopefully cast your spells enough.
Yeah, like 7 of each color, like 7 sources of each color sort of thing, so.
All right, that's Seth Manfield walking you through what to do when the draft doesn't quite work out. He's got 1 win. He's going to go play this round and find out, is it a 2-1? Is it a 1-2? Either way, you're still in top 8 contention going back to Constructed. So nice work. Good luck the rest of the way. Send it back to Rich.
Thanks.